Hi there, my name is Monet, and today I'm going to be going over the comprehensive exam preparation worksheet number 3, the PowerPoint. Today we're going to be discussing fitness assessment and exercise prescription for a wellness setting, wellness corporation. Why? So before we begin, I'd like to just briefly describe and outline the objective of today's presentation. We're going to start by discussing why health-related fitness should be evaluated using a test battery instead of relying on a single approach in a single assessment. Then we're also going to examine common, um, the most commonly used field tests for measuring trunk flexibility and discuss why it is widely used across the board in both clinical and fitness settings. And we're also going to discuss the other additional assessments that are especially important when it comes to evaluating older adults, because maintaining functional independence for our client population is of paramount importance, just as important as making sure we're maintaining traditional components of fitness. And then also, we're going to take a look at how using evidence-based assessment practices allows corporate fitness professionals to develop an individualized and effective exercise program that is going to improve employee health and wellness. Let's go over what is a test battery and why is it necessary. So health-related fitness is very much multidimensional, and it's a concept that includes 5 components which are listed. We're talking about cardiorespiratory fitness, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, each of these components contributes to an overall picture of health and physical function, and not one single assessment can accurately address or evaluate them all at once. So instead, we are focusing on a comprehensive test battery, which is necessary to obtain a more full and more complete picture of the individual's health-related fitness. The National Strength and Conditioning Association, also known as the NSCA, they also emphasize that comprehensive fitness assessments establish baseline measurements. They are helpful when it comes to identifying strengths and weaknesses, and also provide the information that is necessary for professionals to develop an individualized approach to exercise and focusing on goal-specific training and providing also a safe environment. In addition to the ACSM and NSCA recommendations, the American Heart Association, also known as the AHA, recognizes that cardiorespiratory fitness is a powerful indicator of overall health, and they recommend that incorporating fitness assessments into like a routine practice proves to be beneficial because it improves the identification of cardiovascular risk, disease risk, and it helps to guide exercise prescription. Cardiorespiratory fitness is only one component of health-related fitness, though, and we do want to combine it with other assessments of muscular fitness, flexibility, and body composition through a battery test, which is going to provide a much more comprehensive evaluation. Overall, using a test battery allows corporate fitness professionals to identify health risks, establish individualized baselines for each client or each employee, help us to identify measurements, help us to develop evidence-based exercise prescriptions, and also to monitor improvements over time. This is a comprehensive approach that tends to lead to more effective wellness program implementation and leads to better long-term health and success in the long run. Moving on. Now we're talking about measuring trunk flexion. So one of the most important field assessments that we use to measure trunk flexion is the sit and reach test. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, this test is commonly used because it is quick to administer, it's easily accessible, it's inexpensive, it's standardized, and does not require a whole lot of equipment, which makes it practical for fitness and clinical settings, in addition to corporate wellness settings also. The sit and reach test primarily establishes or evaluates or evaluates estimates hamstring flexibility, but it also provides an indication of lower back or like lumbar flexibility in addition to hamstring flexibility. Maintaining flexibility in these areas is extremely important because it contributes to quality of posture, functional movement, and the performance of many daily activities where we use these areas of our bodies, specifically our client population. Another advantage of the sit and reach test is its reliability. When standardized testing procedures are followed, it produces consistent results and allows exercise professionals to monitor changes and flexibility that occur over time. The National Strength and Conditioning Association also recognizes flexibility and the assessment as an important component of comprehensive fitness evaluation, simply because it helps to identify movement limitations that might be present. And these limitations also have the ability to influence exercise selection and performance. So it's important to recognize these also. The sit and reach test does have limitations, however. Uh, if we're talking about evidence-based research, our sources identify and confirm that the test does provide a reasonable estimate of hamstring flexibility, but it is less accurate for measuring lumbar spine flexibility in isolation. The performance can be influenced by multiple outside sources, such as um, limb length, if limbs are not proportionate to each other, body proportions, which means that the results overall could be affected or interpreted alongside other assessments rather than using just the sole assessment of sole flexibility. There's outside factors that could influence the scoring on the sit and reach test. Overall, the sit and reach test does remain valuable. It is practical and it is evidence-based. It's a good tool for for our client population, especially in our wellness setting. And it's very helpful when it's used in conjunction with comprehensive fitness assessment and battery assessments. Moving on. So now we're talking about our population. We're assessing older adults. While health-related fitness assessments remain important for older adults, they do not tell us the entire story. And as we know, individuals do age, and the ability to perform everyday tasks safely and independently becomes just as important as traditional measures such as muscular strength or cardiovascular endurance. And for this reason, fitness professionals should be evaluating functional parameters, including things like balance, functional mobility, gait speed, the risk of falling, and activities that are conducted on a daily basis, including functional strength. These assessments provide valuable insight into whether an older adult has the ability to maintain independence and safely perform routine activities such as walking, climbing stairs, standing from a chair, or carrying groceries. Organizations such as the American College of Sports Medicine recommend incorporating functional assessments into evaluations as a part of um, assessments geared towards older adults simply because they help to identify mobility limitations and help us to guide exercise prescription, also monitor changes in physical function over time. And altogether, these functional abilities should be improved so that they can have a positive effect on reducing the risk of falling, supporting independent living and function. and overall enhance the quality of life for our population. And now we're getting to the end. So our takeaways, we're going to kind of cap everything that we've discussed so far. And as we have discussed, effective fitness assessment begins with a comprehensive and full test battery rather than just relying on one single test, because health-related fitness includes multiple components. Assessing cardiorespiratory fitness, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, body composition, all of those provide a more complete picture of the individual's health and fitness, which is extremely important. For chunk flexibility, the sit and reach test still remains the most commonly used field assessment simply because it is practical, it's reliable, and it's standardized. Keeping this in mind, results should be interpreted alongside other assessments, because the sit and reach test can also be influenced by other factors such as limb length and does not fully isolate and focus on lumbar flexibility. And then finally, when we're addressing older adults, traditional health-related fitness measures should be complemented with functional fitness assessments hand in hand, which is extremely important to approach it this way, because we need to evaluate balance, mobility, functional strength, and all like fall risk and all of the things that are more pressing to the older adult community. We want to make sure that we're able to help our clients or our employees maintain independence and safely perform activities that are part of their daily living. And overall, in conclusion, evidence-based fitness assessments allow exercise professionals to develop safe, individualized exercise prescriptions, monitor progress over time, and improve health outcomes across our clientele's lifespan. Thank you so much.